Hey everyone, this is Bic Benedict. This is a long video and we need to start at it right away. This is Pittsburgh and the hotel lobby, so make sure you get that alcohol right there, and we're going to move the ladder over to get the second thing that's going to allow us to access the second safe. What you need to do is first place the ladder up here to get some scrap metal pieces. So there's 10 of those, and the safe is by the concierge desk, and you need the ladder. Well, you need the ladder to progress, and you also need the ladder to get up there so we could sidle along the wall and get it. So if Ellie would get the fuck out of my way, I could actually start moving. Getting cock blocked infinitely in this game. So I'm going to place the ladder here, and to the left is the way you need to go, and it's going to start a big battle, but going to the right is the way you need to go. First time I did this, I couldn't even find the damn piece of paper on the ground, so I turned my flashlight on and I found it. But it's just so murky in this game sometimes, but I guess I wasn't looking on the ground well enough. I just kind of walked over it, and it is in a suitcase. So, and I was looking at the IGN videos for where all these safes are, and I think there's only 3 safes in this game. The third one being in the suburbs after we escape this city. So it looks like we have another item here, some pills. Pick up those 5 pills. And the safe is in here, and you get a lot of good stuff, plus a training manual that gives you an upgrade. So check out all 50 scrap metals, ammunition, a book. See this book? Shiv's upgraded. The shivs last 2 hits longer now. So if I pull up my HUD, I think that's the second time I've got that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when we were in Bill's safe house, I think I got another training manual that gave me that, or maybe it was for the melee weapons. But the HUD is very useful, actually. I know it's not in the. It's normally in the bottom right side of the screen, and it'll come up when I'm actually in the battle. But I'd like to address certain aspects of the HUD because it's very functional. It has a lot. It's like a Swiss Army knife. So much useful information up here. So we're gonna come out here, and this was the part in the demo. So it's really cool. We have guys to the left and to the right. What I like to do originally. See, there's 2 guys over there talking. They have a conversation. So I like to creep up on this guy. Remember, you don't have to brush the analog stick up. These guys don't have that sensitive hearing. And I'm going to take this guy down. And that right there, I was dragging him a little bit just to practice it. Okay, so you see where the wrench is beside my health bar right there? That tells me at a glance that I have an upgrade available. So it's also the color yellow when you press the select menu. If the wrench is yellow or if the pills are yellow, that means you have an upgrade. So it's nice. It's very functional, I thought. Just like a Swiss Army knife, to repeat that metaphor, or simile, I guess, since I was using the word like to compare those 2 things, wasn't I? So we took out that guy, and this was really hard for me on hard mode, and I guess it should have been. But just listen for any kind of close calls and backtrack and be as safe as you possibly can by retreading ground you've already retreaded, and just to see exactly where these enemies are, because there's really nothing worse than having a guy up your ass just out of the blue. And in one of these videos, I'd like to give some shout outs to everybody who's been supporting my guide, because this is a project that is really special to me, only in the fact that I never play these types of games, so it's nice to have a lot of support. So once I get into a lull, when I'm not having to speak about too much, I'll refer to everybody. I'll pull up my iPhone and start naming names. Oh, there we go. Here's a guy in here. That was a lucky... Ooh, you know, how does that kind of shit happen? I was crawling, and he just up and turns around like that. That's a little bit bullshit. And now the alarms are sounding. You know, the metaphorical alarms, they're sounding. Enemies are hiked up. So, the good thing is I took out a majority of the thugs, so there's only a couple more guys. There's going to be more guys up the stairs as well, but I think you get a checkpoint there. So, very complete sporadic checkpoints on this chapter. It's very hard for me as a guide maker to make the edits more seamless than I can actually get them to be. But I try my best, and if I can't do it, I line up two pieces of footage that are similar, if not exactly the same. So, looks like I may have taken out all these guys down here. Ooh! So, see, you get to thinking that, and you get complacent, and that's what happens. You get jacked up. So, I'm probably going to swap for the baseball bat here, because as you can see, I only have 2 more swings with that iron. Oh, someone else is shooting at me. Upstairs, we're going to have to do... Okay, you see this? The reason I went over here to the left was because I assumed I would get flanked. Because these enemies love to jump out here and flank you. But probably based on the fact that I went over there, they stopped flanking. And that's really intuitive AI. But there he is right there. Gonna smack him a couple times. Lost my melee tool since it ran out of use. Got another one. Should be one more guy hanging around somewhere. And things really get frantic when you know there's just one guy left, and you want to preserve your health as much as you can. So I'm doing 180 turns trying to locate this son of a bitch. There's a partial heal right there. See, without that listening mode, I would probably be able to see where he was. Oh, 2 guys. That's a lot of guys. You know, some of these guys might also be coming from upstairs through the stairwell, having heard some of the commotion. So that could be a possibility. The enemy AI in this game is nothing if not unpredictable sometimes, and just really erratic. There he is. That, you know, I don't know whose fault that is. Is that my fault or the game's fault? When I did it, it felt like it was the game's fault, but I hate to say that the game is at fault sometimes. Okay, sorry, I had to check my text messages. I could go 10 hours without receiving a text message, but the first 10 minutes that I start recording a video, then I get all the text messages in the world, of course. And anyway, so we're going to go upstairs right now. But first I'm going to look around first for any items I may have overlooked. To be honest, there's really not much, and I don't really think there's any drawers that you can interact with here either, so... Oh, there's 1 or 2. But, okay, some binding tape, that's good. So, you see how a second ago I said that there's probably nothing to find? That is laziness speaking, and when I'm playing this game, I don't turn lazy, but it's just, you know, when I'm trying to tell you guys stuff, it may come off as though, you know, I'm telling you that you shouldn't look when you absolutely should look in every possible hiding spot for everything. Now up the stairs we must go. Nothing down here, I don't believe. And you get a checkpoint somewhere, you guys. I'm just not sure where it is. I will be able to point it out immediately when I see my own edit up here. But I did clear all these guys, and then I got killed up here, and they gave me a nice checkpoint. So... the checkpoints are, they leave a lot of consistency to be desired. So there's also going to be a couple of flamethrower guys, but I don't think they come in quite yet. You see, right, this instance right here, I should have probably known better that to the right was a dead end, but hell, maybe there was an enemy over there, but throwing that bottle over there pretty much guaranteed that, no enemy came to the right, so I figured I could at least look out and see if anyone's coming, but this was actually completely pointless. But anyway, there's some there's the guy. Okay, so I don't think he aggroed. Now I'm going to get a chance to sneak up on this guy, and then I think after I killed him, I crept up too far, alerted the guys, and sometimes when that happens, I just let them kill me, because I know I've played this game before. I know you get a checkpoint up here somewhere. So a lot of enemies down the hall now. So what you want to do is throw projectiles, or you can do, if they're not in a cluster, you could use your bow and arrow. I wouldn't recommend shooting any enemies in a cluster, because the enemies that you don't shoot will react to the body getting killed. I mean, that's been my experience. It doesn't always happen, and I love when it doesn't happen, but you just can't count on it. So this guy, hopefully I can take this guy down. His back's to me. I'm repeatedly pressing that triangle button to take him down. I could have got a checkpoint after here, I'm not sure. No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that guy might have seen me. So I'm going to go around here. Take him out. And there will be a really bizarre check or edit up here, because the guy hit me with one of the red jacketed foes. He hit me with his red bottle, which is a Molotov cocktail, and I perished. But I believe I got credit for the kill. Ooh, that guy! You see, where the hell was that guy at the whole time? He must have been downstairs. I must have missed him, because there's no windows he could have came up to from up here. So, or maybe he just spawned, out of the blue. But that is bizarre. See, the only way up here is through those stairs. So that means I missed him. So check out this edit over here. It just happens, this way. You're going to see me have more life in a minute, because I got a checkpoint and they gave me my life that I had. So that's a checkpoint. I got killed right there, and then they reloaded me back in the hallway over there. So I may have to kill. No, see, they keep the state of the environment doesn't remain the same. So it's always difficult. It's not difficult when you're playing, but it's difficult when you're trying to make a guide to see who you killed. So you could kind of put the checkpoint, where your edit's going to be. After or before the enemy that you've taken out, but you have to figure out at what state of the environment it froze at when I got that checkpoint. So I remember all these editorial struggles vaguely from doing Uncharted, and if anyone's interested in watching, there's another guy. These guys just must just spawn. It's really bizarre. But I have Uncharted 1 through 3 on crushing difficulties on my other channel. They lack narration, sadly. I'm sorry about that. And that guy, I'm not sure what happened. That was probably my fault. It looks like he gave me some alcohol. But I can confirm you can hold 3 Molotov cocktails, and I think you could also hold 3 nail bombs and 3 health kits too. So it's the same from hard mode. It might be the same all across the board. I'm just not too sure. I love how you can have the scope and still move. This game has a lot of flexibility. So I think I'm going to charge this guy. Sometimes I just pop out of cover and go right down again just to see if he'll shoot at me, and then I can duck quickly enough, and then that means he's got to have time to reload. Oh, this footage right here, this is going to be sped up because I spent like 10 minutes going all over this place looking for everything, and I think they're the triangle things you pick up. They're triangular. I think those are that's sugar. In fact, I know that's sugar. Those are sugar. Anytime you get a pickup, that's just a triangle. It's sugar for the smoke bombs. But if you don't know the way to go, you just need to go on the second floor, and there's some nice pills to get. And I think this is where I slowed down the footage. So I would recommend crafting. I would see max health. Now I got max health. I would always recommend crafting. If you've got something to craft, just craft it, because you don't want to have items that you can't pick up. So just craft everything, and even if you have extras, it'll save you the hassle of having to do it in battle. Plus, you could not have to miss picking up items. So this is the way to the next section up here. And we are going to be getting another tutorial kit. So there's some alcohol. Oh no, this is the really fucking hard and lame section of the game coming up. I hate this part so bad. What it is, the reason I hate it is because it's water, and I hate the water mechanic in this game, swimming. And I also hate pitch black environments when bloaters are trying to get you, and stalkers. We have stalkers coming up. They're like a crossbreed of a runner and a clicker, because they don't outright kill you, but they do. They're very kind of a skittish enemy, but they do leap at you occasionally. And if they bite you, it's not the end of the world. It's not instant death. But they're nothing really to fear. They're pretty easy, actually, and they're not a prevalent enemy in this game, so you really don't have to get used to fighting them too much.
There we go.
So the whole keycard section, it varies how you do it. So pretty much, if you don't know where I'm going, I'm going to instruct you of where to go, because it's easy to get lost here. And whenever I get lost in a section like this, I get so fucking frustrated and start hating the game. So about the key card, I believe just getting the key card will cause the stalkers to spawn, and what causes the bloater to spawn is powering up the generator. So what I prefer to do is just grab the key card, and that causes, because what happens is the stalkers are going to spawn anyway if you are just running around too much. So I figured to myself, might as well grab the key card, because if they haven't spawned, they will start spawning. But by the time you get down to the generator, they'll already have spawned. So you don't want to really, have too much stuff that you're dealing with. But the thing about the whole situation to note is that you don't have to kill anything. You don't have to kill the stalkers or the bloater. And I don't even think I saw the bloater in my run to the door. But the first time I ever played this, I was so fucking terrified. It's easily probably the most intense part of the game. Because what I did was I powered on the generator, and then I didn't even know I needed a key card. And then I saw the key card, and someone killed me, and then it was a rush because I got a checkpoint at the generator. And every time I would have to go grab the key card, and that took time. Then I would have to back over to the after having powered the generator, mind you, and I had stalkers and a bloater on my ass the entire time. So it was so scary, but now I know, and knowing is half the battle. So we're in the next part up here. I think there's one or two things to get, but I don't like this. This is too dark. I want to be able to see a little bit better. Having the brightness. I have the brightness all the way up. I should not be in this gloom here. Also, you cannot craft items even in shallow water like this, so that's why I'm not doing it. So where is our goal? That's the other side of the gate we need to go on. So we are on the correct side of that gate. Oh no, we're not quite there. My bad. I got ahead of myself. So I think we need to submerge ourselves underwater, go under the gate, and then go to the right once we get under there. So I need to find some less shallow water, first of all, and then descend. And then go under this area here. And if I were you, I wouldn't look for any hidden items or something, because they're most likely not there. Plus, you don't want to take damage off your regular health when your oxygen meter depletes. So if I could just fucking get up here, there we go. Surveying the environment, first of all. Doesn't look like there's anything to get. Oh, except that. What do you know? The locker's empty. It's a big surprise. Okay, so we're trying to reunite with Ellie, and we will once we can just get out of here. So this is the other side of the gate. Now we are on the safe side of it, or the correct side of it, that is. A checkpoint area exists right over here, and we're going to have a bunch of rats coming at us. I don't think they harm you. You want to grab the... looks like an item over here. You want to grab the rag. And by the way, from now on, I'm just going to call those compresses, because that's what they are to me. Compress is just like a Band-Aid. So here's the generator. Don't pull that. And what's actually going to happen to me is, well, what am I doing here? Oh, you know what, guys? I got the key card, and then I died, and then it made me still have the key card. So I'm even going to get interrupted trying to pull this thing, I believe. Yeah. You're going to have to look. I cannot remember for the life of me where that fucking key card is. But I got it, died, and then I had the key card, and then I couldn't find the location of where it was, so I couldn't bring you guys that footage. But once you have all that, I did not mean to grab that. That was the game's fault. Input fail. I meant to interact with the key card panel. And I'm sorry about this, but this was really frustrating at the time, and I didn't want to restart the whole event. But if anyone knows where that key card is, please let other people who are watching this and who need to know that, let them know where it is. But at least they do save the fact that you have the key card. So looks like we need to go into the bathroom and get some stuff. What I really respect about this game is that for the most part they don't have just like cheap scares like in the Dead Space games where things rip out of vents like next to you and you're always on edge. This game does it in a more intelligent way and a more mature way by having the tension just build by silence and just awkwardness rather than just in your face shit. And I really got to applaud that, because that's going the way that it's going the way that like the opposite of cliche. So they're really making good stuff with this game. So more pills right there. I'm not sure what my next upgrade is going to be. It could be to speed up because there's a couple of novelty perks like speed up the time it takes to create a shiv, stuff like that.
Time to go to work.
I don't think I spent all too long here either at this weapon bench, but probably going to stay away from upgrading. Like, I think it's more important to upgrade the shotgun and the hunting rifle and the bow rather than the other weapons for now, at least. But definitely, get your clip capacity up, get your draw speed up from that bow, things of that nature, and the reload speed. We'll be able to do that when we get another toolbox and get another tool level set. So I'm going to hike the draw speed up one. So everything that I can do with the bow presently is all that I've done so far. So can do nothing there. So might as well get a couple of these upgrades. And I think I'm going to save a lot of upgrades for the other weapons because, and spoiler alert about one of the weapons, the flamethrower. I think I'm going to actually save a lot more scrap metal for upgrading that, because you get it towards the end of the game, and it's got probably the best weapon in this game. I mean, the best close range weapon that you can get. Okay, here we are in the next section. The hunters found a clicker in here, so we don't have to deal with that clicker. Now I'm going to stealth my way over to this guy in the black leather jacket, take this guy out. And this part's not too bad, actually. We are going to be meeting up with Ellie pretty soon. She's going to save our lives, and Joel's going to be completely, what's the word? Ungrateful. Okay, so I guess I could do a couple shout-outs right now, and this is not because I want people to like me more or like my channel more. It's just that, like I said before, this is a kind of a departure guide for me, and I just want to just give everybody due appreciation for supporting my guide. First of all, Belly Dancing Stoat. He's been a really good supporter of the channel and the guide. Raskolnikov. One of my other friends from Romania, and a lot of these people, they were commenting on my first video that I had to delete. Another guy, Luca Schoen 94 from Italy. That dude is a cool guy. Powerhouse 930, who he sent me like if I had copy and pasted what he wrote to a Word file, it would have been about at least a page long. That's the kind of nice supporting people I have on my channel. This guy was telling me all about copyrights and you know, not to let it get to me, and possible solutions to dealing with it. But that guy, it's the guy with the Chihuahua on his avatar, and we have a Chihuahua at our house, and it's cool. They're nice dogs. Who else? I'm mainly going to be mentioning people that have been sticking with the guide and always giving support. Trying to look at my inbox, who's been sending me messages for this video. In fact, I'll just go to another person, Welt Truffaut. I'm sorry if I pronounced his name wrong. He's from Germany. He's a really awesome guy. And my friend NJACB 1972. I think he's from Portugal. And a big supporter of my channel. He loves the God of War guides that I've made. And they love you too, buddy. So stick with the channel. Nice to see you. Oh yeah, Sofrek 1991. He's a good subscriber. This guy, I saw him playing the piano for a Dark Souls video, and I thought what he did was magnificent. And also, I was going to type a comment to this guy, but I got sidetracked by doing some business stuff. And I wanted to say about this guy, Sofrek 1991. Every time he comments, it's always a thoughtful and intuitive, and it's always excellent food for thought. And whenever I see a comment by him, I'm always very eager to see what he writes, because he doesn't just write comments, he writes things that you could meditate upon and learn from and think about and discuss. This guy is a really good guy. And he plays, I believe he's a musician, so a smart guy. Who else is on my inbox? But it's basically, you know I'm going to be leaving some people out, but those are the people that I receive support from this guide. And anyway, so if I left you out, it's nothing personal. And in fact, if I did leave you out, leave a comment, and I'll do another shout out video down the line. But we're going to get a cutscene over here, and Ellie's going to save her life. And Joel is now going to entrust her with a weapon. So she's actually going to take the hunting rifle and cover are back in the beginning of the next chapter. But the interchanges between her and Joel now are very, very hostile because Joel is an asshole. Joel knows he's being an asshole. I mean, I hope he knows he's being an asshole. He's being a complete jerk. He does not say thank you. I think he does eventually in his own way. But Ellie just gets nothing from this guy. No emotions, no feelings. Not in the beginning of the game, and I wouldn't even say probably until the fall chapters does he start to soften. Maybe not even until spring. But it is really rewarding to see that change in Joel. Okay. I craft a bomb. Craft a shiv. Oh no, I was debating about whether to do that. Craft a shiv instead, because I think there might be a shiv room a-coming. And I just got an email actually on my iPhone from one of the guys I mentioned with the Chihuahua. His name's Powerhouse 930. He was telling me that the human enemies are called hunters. I didn't know whether they were called like headhunters or demon hunters. I'm not really sure about that. I don't know even why I was thinking they were called demon hunters, but they're just called hunters. So thank you, buddy. And he's got some good content. A lot of these people that I mentioned, they have really good content. And if you're a consistent follower of mine, I'll often check your content just out of curiosity. I also like to see where people live. Not because I want to come to your house and murder you, but because I'm just interested to see where people live that are watching my videos, especially internationally. It's always interesting to find out that. Don't miss this training manual up here. Definitely grab this. It's going to be to the right over here. But like by and large, just like on my channel, there's been so much just genuine goodwill from people, whether in guides or in comments. And I like to think that I'm kind of responsible for that because I like to be nice to people. I don't like to diss people, and I don't like to make people feel like they're idiots just because they may not know something about a game, because that's the lowest kind of thing you could do to somebody is diss them for not knowing about a game, because then that means that you might be able to get dissed for something you don't know about a game you've never played. And let's face it, we can't all play every single game. There's not enough time.
Yeah, about a hand?
You sure you can trust me with that?
Ellie. Push! Push harder!
So we're almost at the end of the level.
Let's go.
Thank God, because another one's coming and it's even longer. Or was this the longer one of the two? I know I had two back-to-back 30-minute ones, and I think this one's even 35 minutes. So definitely grab these scrap metal pieces right there. There's 5 for the taking. And in the next room, there is nothing, so don't worry about trying to grab anything. And I'll see you guys in the next video. It's going to be the financial district. Thanks for watching, everybody, and appreciate the support.